Good, Basel YouTube, 6fthax here. Hi for you guys, today a pretty fun, quick matchup here I had against GameNBerry. Her channel link and stuff will be down in the description. Of course, if you guys do enjoy the video, make sure to hammer arm that like button down below to answer the question of the day. So, had some last minute stuff come up, guys, so I'm going to be gone from like 1 p.m.-ish, probably like the rest of the day, so that's why I kind of just have a quick battle for you guys today, because I had to get a match real quick off of my Discord, which, like always, guys, if you ever want a chance to battle me, then feel free to come to my Discord. I try to look battles for at least like once a day, but I should be able to get more time to be streaming. Hopefully starting Monday. I'm like 90% sure I should be streaming starting Monday, so I'm pretty excited about that. But let me just say, Choice Banded Infernape is stupidly scary, because this is able to just straight 2-hit KO my Primarina. I'm not running any HP investment, I think, though. I think this is my modest max speed set, but still, that is ridiculous, because I've never seen a fire type just kind of roast the water type like that. And the good thing is that it's luckily not scarfed, and she doesn't have any ground type for my Jolteon here, so I'm gonna be able to go for the Volt Switch here. This Goodra is actually a really big problem, because I brought a team of 5 special attackers, and the one special attacker that hit it for stab super effective damage is now gone, which really sucks. Also, Aromatisse along with Goodra can just be incredibly annoying, because Aromatisse can pass off wishes to Goodra, so I have to play pretty aggressively, and hopefully I can apply enough pressure to where I can wear down Goodra and prevent her from wishing to it with the Aromatisse. So I get a more or less free switch into my Nidoqueen here against the Aromatisse, and I'm gonna go straight for my rocks. I was a little bit scared she would switch into the Infernape. Luckily though, she didn't. Also, she doesn't really have a good switch into this Nidoqueen. Yes, she does have the Goodra, but being able to weaken that is gonna be pretty nice, just because, again, if I can keep up offensive pressure, then there's gonna be no way she's gonna be able to pass off a wish to this Goodra. And if I can put it in range of where after +2 Scizor can knock it out with Bullet Punch, that's gonna be really good. But the downside is that now I have no switch into this Goodra, so I have to play pretty accordingly around it depending on how things go. So expecting her to go for an Ice Beam or the Dragon Pulse, I switch right into my Scizor, and because there's no reason for her to not just Fire Blast here, because obviously she doesn't want to risk me going for a U-turn to gain momentum or setting up with SD. So her best move is to go for the Fire Blast, but she actually has Flamethrower, which is going to do 0 to my Goodra, and this is really good because earlier, since I went straight for a Draco Meteor against her Goodra, I'm going to expect her to want to go this turn for her own Draco, or switch back into the Aromatisse, both of which my Scizor can take more the switch into Aromatisse than her going for the Dragon type offensive move. And the good thing about this is that Goodra has now been really weakened, and now that I have Scizor in against this Aromatisse, I can either go for a Swords Dance or I can try and go for the U-turn. I didn't want to go for the Swords Dance ultimately, because if she did somehow pass off a wish to this Goodra, that would have been really bad. Plus at 50%, I don't know if at +2 a non attack invested Bullet Punch knocks out the Goodra. So ultimately I thought by U-turning there, that was definitely my better play, because now I'm able to catch the incoming Goodra, and I'm going to be able to knock it out with the U-turn from the Swallow. If she had stayed in there predicting me to U-turn and she had gone for the wish, that could have been a little bit bad, because she might have been able to pass the wish off to the Goodra. Luckily though, I got that 50-50 more or less correctly, and I was able to U-turn as she brings in the Cloyster on my Jolteon here after I knock out the Goodra with the U-turn. I'm not really sure why she did this. I'm guessing she was trying to bait me to go for the Thunderbolts. I guess in hindsight I also could have just gone for the Volt Switch, but I mean, it doesn't really matter, because Thunderbolt should have been able to just straight knock out the Cloyster anyways. Plus, she also has no safe switch into this Jolteon now that the Goodra is gone. So it's really good. I'm able to get off a decent amount of damage on the Aromatisse. Unfortunately, not going to be able to knock it out, but it doesn't matter, because now I get a free switch back into the boss herself, Nidoqueen here, because with the Goodra gone, that is her only switch into a modest life-formed sheer force Nidoqueen. So I'm about to either knock out this Aromatisse this next turn, or for some reason she switches into her cloister here. Not really sure why. Maybe she thought I would go for a layer of T-spikes, which I guess kind of makes sense. But at that point, I was in a pretty okay scenario to just be aggressive and go straight for the Sludge Wave, as Infernape does indeed get knocked out by the rocks. In comes the Cheer. I have no idea what this does, but it turns out that for one, it's faster than me, and then two, she has a Z move on it, and this kind of scared me a little bit because I thought she was going to go for the Bloom Doom, but she actually ended up going for the Z Sunny Day. I'm not really sure why. I don't know if Bloom Doom actually would have knocked me out. Just because I don't know the stats of Cheerum, because I've literally never seen a Cheerum on Wi-Fi. But if she had knocked me out, that could have been a little bit annoying, but I don't think I was in a position of where I would have potentially lost the battle if she had knocked me out, because I could have still Swords Dance on this Aromatisse with my Scizor, and then I think at +2 I still knock out the Cheerum, and then I can also take on the Heliolisk 1v1, which at this point the Aromatisse and the Heliolisk are her last two mons. So Nidoqueen is just gonna kind of put the team on her back here near the end of this matchup, and the only reason Nidoqueen was even able to put in so much work in this match was because I played around that Goodra accordingly. And the reason why this match is also in a classroom is because there's a lesson to be learned in this matchup. My opponent had a very, very annoying wall core of Goodra and Aromatisse, and I had 5 especially offensive mons, and obviously my best way, or your best way if you're ever in this scenario, your best way to try and break a wall core is to play aggressively against one of the 2 members of the wall core, if you get what I'm trying to say. For example, I played aggressively against the Aromatisse with Scizor by going straight for the U-turn instead of going for a Swords Dance, because I was able to catch the incoming Goodra, get off that initial damage, and put it in range of where it was knocked out by rocks either way. Although if she had gone for the Wish there, then obviously I would have had to make another aggressive play down the line to try and break her wall core, because then at that point Nidoqueen was able to break through, so was Jolteon, and Scizor could have also just cleaned up late game because Goodra was weakened. So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy the fun quick battle. Again, just last minute things came up. Apologize for this not so serious battle. Make sure to hammer arm that like button down below, guys, and to answer the question of the day. With all that being said, I will see you all tomorrow with a proper battle, I promise you guys. So later everybody, thank you all for watching.
Cause my brain and heart are both tied in a knot, and this hinders me from crying a lot. This causing me to show no emotion, but when I said I cared, I wasn't joking. But I guess it's too late for me to become broken. For now, I'm living with no more pain, tears of hoping. I'm just coasting. Yeah, I said I'm coasting. No more pain, tears, and hoping.